Welcome to Quick 3D Tutorials. In this video, we just give you a basic introduction for the playback inside Maya, and in the next video, we're talking about the keyframe, and the next video again about graph header and so on. So here we have just a simple animation, as you can see, very simple clock. To playing an animation, of course, we just click on this, is going to play and post it. The short key for it is Alt and V. So if you press on the Alt and V, you're going to play it, and once again, you're going to post it. To come end of this animation, you just click up there, and if you want to go over the last area, of course, you use that. The next things we have is these. So is actually frame by frame going forward and backward, just frame by frame, nothing else. And that is the short key for this to using the keyboard is these two guy here. But of course you need to holding the Alt same time you make it. So holding Alt and you can go forward, backward, and so on. Next thing we have is actually is jumping from frame to frame. The keyframe you have keying it. So if I select this, you can see I have a red line here, 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 and so here. So if I just click on it, it's going to snap to the key, the keyframe that has been see the key. And the short key for this is only use this without the Alt key. So you're going back and forth. To playing animation in full screen, you need to press on Control Space is going to be full screen, and Alt V to playing it in the full screen. And Alt V again, I stopping it. Control Space back to the default position. So now we're talking a little bit about the time slider itself. Actually, we have from frame 1 to frame 14, and I can see it over here. I have from 1 to 14, that is I think, but totally I have from frame 1 to 200. So if you want it to be 100, you can just adding it over here. You cannot see it, and that is because it looks like you have a scrolling. So as you can see, I can scroll through all of them, or I can just holding it and say, okay, I want to see all the frame I have from 1 to 200 to 100, or maybe I want it to be on the 40. You can type it over here, or you can click on it and adjust this. The other thing is the starting point of this. If you want to starting at the frame 10, so it's going to starting as frame 10 to, in this case, 53. But we have also, as we can add more frame, we can actually go back in the frame. What I mean with that, let's see negative of 10. So we can actually go ahead and add, if we go by, let's see, negative of 5, so you can see we have a negative value inside the time slider. So we just put it to the default once again, and it was 14 and 200. So just the basic thing about the time slider. Here you have also playback speed. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But before this, we have a little bit display for the time slider. You can make your time slider to be bigger if it is help to visualize the things. And you can also make this mark, which has been keyed on this case in this clock, to make it bigger. So if you're going to the section of the time slider, you have key tech, actually key tech size. So you can put it to 2 or even 5. So you can see you're going to get a big one. it's not recommended. Sometimes you're going to get two very near by others, so maybe 1 2 will be fine. And you have also option in, I think, in the old version of the Maya. In this case we're using 2020. You can actually um, adjust your high by selecting one of these. Is, I think it was somewhere over there. So that was just the basic things about the displaying in the time slider. So the other thing is the frame rate. How many frame I'm going to play my animation. By default is 24, it is real time frame, but if you want you can change it more or less, but 24 is perfect. And then you have the option also over here. So if I make it 20 over here, I'm going to change it over this as well. So the thing is, actually over there, if I just applying my animation, so you can see that is a normal one. If I change it to the 0.5, it's going to make it like a slow motion, and X2 is going to make it faster. So that is very important. Before you animate anything, make sure you are on the 20 frame and which one you have. So we have a little bit about the update view. Currently is on the active, and that's what that's mean. If I go into the for view of the Maya, I'm playing this animation, the view part I have selecting, I can see this animation. But if I put into the all of them you can see in same time is going to play it. But in this case you need have more computer power, so make sure which one you're going to select. And we have of course loop playing range when stepping, framing and keying. Or excuse me, is looping at once, that means it's playing and stop, or just continuous playing the animation for you. So the last things we will talking a little bit more about is actually the different display we have. It's going to be the next part of the video when we're going to the graph editor, but just give you a small review of it. We have an option of the linear, we have steps and so on. We're going to cover this in the graph editor video when we came over there. But over here you're going to choose the type of the curve or tangent you want to work with. You make it over there, and we have also weighted tangents and non-weighted tangents. That means the tangent is locked and the other means is open. But again, in the next video of graph editor, we cover all of the different things and what is the difference between them. Just over here, we just want to give you just the basics playback inside Maya. And thanks for watching.